Got Dwayne Gibson joining us today.
I'm still video. Oh, let's see.
You're fine. You're fine. Here.
No, you really don't know that I'm not.
Girl, don't stop being shy.
I'm shy.
Stop being shy over there. Better show that video. Show that face.
No,
Let's see it.
I'm actually at a spa and I just had a massage, so I'm really not.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm just gonna be transparent here.
That's
Hey, we're not
nice.
even mad at you. We're not even mad at you. We appreciate you being here. So,
well, you're
again, if
welcome.
it's
I was
just
like, looked at the time and I was like, oh my God, it's here.
yes. Like I said, I was talking to somebody yesterday. They were like, April's gone. Like, I mean, it's the beginning, but it's still gone. And time is just shooting by right now. So, yeah. So if you guys are just joining us, put your name, your full name, and your business name inside of the chat for us, just so that we can check who we have here. Dwayne Gibson, hello, sir. Miss Tanisha Coffey, hello. We truly appreciate some of our team members being here. We're going to go ahead and get started. What I want to do is welcome all of the exhibitors that we have here today. For those of you that don't know, and I'll introduce myself again, but Corey Network King here with my partner Angie. Again, we're going to introduce ourselves here once we actually get started with the presentation. But we truly appreciate you guys being a part of our April 20th Taste Urban Atlanta event. We are super, super excited about this. With that, today we're going to go through our training. This training, some of you guys might have gone through the training before, where some of the information may be same, but we have kind of updated this training. So with that, there's quite a bit of information that we're going to be going over today. So we want to make sure that everybody has pen and paper available. Let's see here. Good. Make sure we have pen and paper available to take notes. This is going to be talking about not just our event, but giving you education on your actual business. So yes, we want you to be successful at the event, but obviously the things that we're going to be discussing, you're going to be able to implement in your business after our event as well. Okay, so those are going to be the things that's going to be happening here. This training does go exactly about 2 hours. So we will be here for the full time. With that, if for whatever reason you have to log off at any point, this is going to be recorded, and we will make that recording available for you. Okay, so again, we encourage you not to do that, but again, we understand things happen. So if that were the case, then that's going to be there. What I want to first start off with asking, is there anyone here that is an exhibitor that has exhibited with us in the past? Want to find out, I want you to unmute yourself, tell us your name, and tell us why you have come back to exhibiting with us for this event.
Hello, greetings, Grand Rising. This is Felicia Ann Drexel Jones with Gingerlicious.
Hey,
Naughty
Felicia.
Bites. Hey.
Greetings, family.
Hey, everybody.
This is
We
your
are so
third event
excited.
with us.
This is our third event. I always have to tell the first one because it's so funny, everybody, just really briefly. The very first event was last December of 2021. We actually got a mailer from a friend of ours that were announcing the taste, and it was the very next day. And I went like, oh my goodness, this is awesome. Let me try to slip on in here and see if I can vend, right? If we could, our business could vend. And long story short, we filled the application out. I didn't hear anything. And I reached out and Corey reached back and said, listen, I'm so sorry. I think we're good. However, I didn't receive your information, but we got your money. And I said, wait a minute, you got my money, I'm in. So anyway, we figured it out, guys. And literally within 24 hours, we got in the prep kitchen, we went to work. And I tell you, we had the very best time, which is why we signed up again in February of this year. And, you know, again, here we are, we're back again. So we see that it's growing. We love the camaraderie between all the other business owners. And what is so dope is we're inventive, guys. This is a place where I didn't know that we had melanated people who make like bourbon and who make, vodka and who make all these creative jewelry and their own makeup. And we don't have to go to the counter and get that stuff. We can now support our own. So
Yeah.
it's more than, us just making money. Also, we did a very great job. We took notes on the last meeting. And one of the key things that was important to us was having our sign up list. That was one thing that Angie emphasized on the very last Zoom that we had in February. And so that was one thing that we remember to bring our notepad. And I tell you guys, we followed up with customers. They ended up ordering our products or online. So we have additional business and repeat business as a result of that. So there is no way that we would not participate, in future endeavors. So I probably could talk forever. I'm gonna pass the mic, but thank you for the opportunity. And yes, this is wonderful. And I know it's gonna be so many other things. And I'll let my husband talk next time.
That's all right. That's all right. Well, we truly appreciate both you guys being back. We appreciate you being back. For those of you that are new, know that we right now are running about a 73% retention rate or renewal rate for our exhibitors. 73%, which is phenomenal. So wanted you guys to hear from one of them so you can kind of see what that experience was and why that is. Now I want to hear from really quick someone who this is your first time exhibiting with us. If it is your first time exhibiting with us, I want you to unmute yourself. I want one person to unmute yourself and just kind of tell us why you or how you heard about the event and then why you just decided to have been with us this month. Now, if I don't hear from somebody, I'm gonna go ahead and pick some.
I can go.
Go ahead. I'm about to pick somebody.
My name is Kimberly Brown, and my company is the Wind Down Spot. It is ran by actually my husband and I, but I primarily run the company. It is very new. We're just a couple of months in. We just transitioned from Virginia back down to Georgia. I'm originally from Atlanta, so I'm back home now, and I'm excited and couldn't wait to start this business. So when I saw this opportunity, I thought it was fantastic. Coming from Virginia, not being around a lot of my own, I thought this was fantastic to be able to network and to be able to showcase our business with this event.
Yeah, real good. And how did you hear about the event?
Research. I just did a lot of research of upcoming exhibit opportunities. And then I'm trying to remember, I think I saw it on Instagram initially, and then did more research, went to YouTube and saw some of the past events. And I was like, this is exactly where we need to be.
Real good. Wonderful. Well, we truly appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
Something that you did say, what you were not from Atlanta, so just coming here. So most times people really need to start building their resources while they're here. So you're definitely going to be able to do that with us. Something else you said, which you're new in the business. So you will probably get quite a bit out of this event. And again, or this training, and some of it deals with the event itself, but a lot of it deals with just business in general.
Fantastic.
Really, really appreciate you being here. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Again, for those of you that are just joining us, please make sure inside of the chat, you put your full name and your business name inside of the chat. So we have that. Felicia, I got a message from one of my team members that said, can we use what you said as a testimonial? I'm gonna go ahead and think that we can, but I'm gonna go ahead and ask your permission.
Absolutely. Yes, of course.
Wonderful.
I yield on.
Wonderful. We'll appreciate that. So we're gonna go ahead and get started in this. Again, I wanna let you guys know, Taste Urban right now, we are super excited about this event. There's a couple individuals that are part of the team that are here. We're gonna go through that as well. we're going to go through quite a bit of stuff today. So with that, really want to make sure that you are getting this information, that you're feeling good about it. If you have any questions about anything, definitely let us know as we go through this. Pretty informal. We had on our last call, we had over 30 some of our exhibitors for that last one. So again, this is our secondary call. We did not expect this one to be as large, but really wanted to make sure that everybody was getting their information for this. All right. So again, we really wanted to make sure that you guys got this information regarding being an exhibitor at Taste Urban and really start talking about what we like to call the Taste Urban way. For most of you guys, you have been at other events to where you have been an exhibitor, you have vended before, which is great. But let's see, it is plugged in. Yes, yeah, it is plugged in. But with that, the way we do things, as some of you guys probably already see, that we do things a little bit differently, okay? We want to make sure that you are making money, again, not just at the event, but from the event. We're gonna talk about that as well, okay? We strive to make Black businesses more profitable by, again, assisting you about how to showcase your business, how to position you, to build great relationships, providing you with opportunities and sharing resources. Today is going to be about that, okay? Again, we believe that you should be able to make money before, during, and after the event, and those are the focuses. But in order to do that correctly, there's certain information that you have to be able to do that. So, and again, it's more than just a one shopping day. Like I said, the event is just that one day, but we want to talk about the things that you're going to be keeping with you moving forward. So, for those of you that don't know me, again, Corey Network King Moore, the company is Pro Networker. We are an events company. We've been doing events, it'll be 12 years this August. So with that, we've been doing it for a while. These are some of the brands that we have. A part of the event, obviously, for this event is our Taste Urban brand. I would like to introduce you guys to my right hand, my superpower. Listen, y'all not ready for us. So those of you that are new, y'all not ready for us, and you're definitely not ready for Angie. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce Angie. Let Angie go ahead and tell you her superpowers. Miss Sims, go ahead and hit them.
Hey, you guys, listen, probably my biggest superpowers is being so proud and so honored to be amongst powerful other superpowers. Listen, guys, if you don't know your superpowers, y'all done ran into the wrong one, or maybe I should say the right one, because you have really gotten yourself in a position to, you need everybody to.
Okay, unmute yourself, Angie.
Thank you for that. Listen, so again, I'm so honored and so privileged to be a part of this incredible, listen, this is history. I won't even call it an event, incredible journey, because this is just the beginning. Those of you that are new to Georgia or new to Atlanta, or you were here before and you're coming back, you have really entered into what I'm going to call is networking royalty. So it's the king of networking. I am certainly the queen of networking. But what we do most importantly is build relationships and make sure that you are building relationships. We are positioning your businesses to the next level that you can't even imagine. So this is just the beginning. We're going to be connecting you with incredible resources. Again, I'm Angie Sims. I'm the founder of a great organization called the League of Girlfriends, which we can talk about when I see you in person. But listen, guys, it's about to be on. I'll just say that. Thanks, Corey.
Thank you for that. And we are, our team is pretty vast, which is actually really good. Again, we want to make sure that you're getting the resources that you need for your business. So with that, because this event has so many different moving parts, we have quite a few people on our team. This is a snapshot of majority of the people on our team, but we actually have some other individuals that are a part. What I do want to do is to open the floor up to, I think we have two of them on right now. Dwayne Gibson, are you in a place to be able to unmute yourself and introduce yourself?
Yeah, greetings everybody. Welcome to Taste Urban. We are so excited that you joined us, not for the first time or in many cases the third time, but there's so much to this. And when we started this process, we wanted to give an opportunity for small business owners that are Black owned to just be themselves amongst us and amongst everybody else, and just kind of be that spokesperson for you and bring business to you. So at the end of the day, it is going to be about making money. You're going to hear that you're going to 100 times. We're all here to make money. My name is Dwayne Gibson. I own a company called Spelled With You. It does social media management and branding. My cohort, who's not here, Candy Martin, is with Candy Enterprises. She does social media branding and movies and do a whole bunch of stuff. We handle the social media together. Candy does Instagram and I handle the Facebook page and group. So when at the end of this call or during the call, if you can hop on, just follow us on Instagram and the Facebook group. We want to hear feedback, how we can support you from the social side. We're also here to assist if you need it for your own business. But we're just so excited that you're part of Taste Urban, and we can't wait to see you on April 20th.
Awesome. Thank you, Dwayne. Appreciate it. So again, Dwayne is handling our social media. If you guys have any social media needs for your own specific business, definitely feel free to reach out to us. We can connect you with Dwayne. We can connect you with the Candy, just so that you can also get help regarding that. So Dwayne, thanks for being here. And then we also have, I believe I saw Tanisha Coffee on. If you can unmute yourself, Tanisha.
Hi, everybody. This is Tanisha Coffee, aka the Lofty Entrepreneur, and I want to congratulate all of you, number one, for signing up for being part of Atlanta's #1, the largest tasting event for African American business owners, because you guys are taking yourselves to the next level. You're doing what many business owners are not doing, and that's investing in yourselves, putting yourself out there with your marketing. And that's where it starts. That's how you begin to grow your business. If people don't know about you, if they don't experience you, there's no way that they can buy from you. And so I just really wanted to say congratulations to all of you for doing that. As part of the Pro Networker team, the Taste Urban team, I am the resident marketing strategist. I am the go-to person that helps us to figure out internally how we want to kind of structure our marketing, but also I am here to help you guys as well. So for those of you who are thinking, okay, great, I love vending, I'm participating in this event, but what do I do next? You're going to get some phenomenal tips here today that you will not find anywhere else on how to make money, at this event, before, during, and after. But you should also have other things that are part of your overall marketing strategy for your business. And so if that's something that you need help with, to structure it, to make sure that when you're spending money, you're making that money back, you have the best chance of making it back, then I encourage you, reach out to Corey. He can connect you with me. I'm happy to help. All right. Thank you, Corey. I appreciate you. Thank you, Angie.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Tanisha. With that, Tanisha and Dwayne, make sure that you put your contact information in the chat for everyone, just so that they have that again. Tanisha helps with marketing strategies. If you guys are in your business and you're already quote unquote paying for marketing, which technically all of you are, because you pay to have a vendor table, so you are paying for marketing, but she's really good at letting people know about where they should be spending their money, just so that you don't spend it and you find out it's a wash because you spent it in the wrong place. So again, if you're looking for any strategies when it comes to that, definitely connect with her. The other two people that I really wanted to highlight on here is Nina, which is our graphics designer. If you have any needs as far as your graphics are concerned and stuff like that, definitely talk to her, as well as Caden Jacobs, who deals with our website. So if you, for whatever reason, do not have a website, or you are needing some updates with that, definitely make sure that you reach out to us and we can put you in contact with them. So very quickly, Taste Urban is currently Atlanta's largest Black business showcase that's reoccurring. Okay, there are other, not many at all, Black, let's call it maybe expos or certain things like that, that are larger than us, but the challenge or the difference is they typically happen once, maybe twice a year. We are doing Taste Urban every other month, so we are doing Taste Urban 6 times a year. So with that, this current event, we last event we had a little over 300 people. For this event, currently, as of today, we are about three times the number of tickets sold than we were for our February event. Because of that, we are now expecting to hit up between 400 to 500 people at this April event. As far as exhibitors are concerned, in February, we had roughly about a little over 50. This one, right now, we're sitting at about, I believe it's 71, 72, something like that. So as you see, this event is growing dramatically. We are still obviously at the Foundry and all of that, which we would not be moving until we actually grow out of this space. But we're very, very excited with that. So when it comes to other events that are happening, again, we are the largest. So just to be associated with that, we truly appreciate you guys, and we're still growing even more. So we'll talk about that later on, okay? One of the things that we are introducing, which we're not going to talk about it today, but we will be putting it in place for our June event, or beginning in June, to where our goal is to be similar to the Black Business Bureau, the Black Better Business Bureau, okay? For some of you guys that are older, you remember the BBB, where people used to get their comfort of knowing, hey, are you a part of the Better Business Bureau? And which gave that buyer confidence of knowing that, that they were gonna have a pretty good experience. What's been happening, what the challenge has been in the Black community is, and we all know this, we are not known for our exceptional customer service. We're not known for just doing things better than ever, like, you know, which there are examples of us doing it, but there's not enough of it. So what Taste Urban is slowly turning into is technically a directory that are the businesses that have worked with us. With that, we are going to come out with a certification program. What that certification program is going to do is going to come out in June, and we were going to have this certification program going all the way until about January. So that beginning January of 2023, the exhibitors that will be able to exhibit with us, or excuse me, businesses that can exhibit with us, they have to be certified. They have to go through this training. This training is going to deal with some of the similar things that we're going through here, but just making sure that you have your entity set up, that you have customer service skills, that you have your pricing down, that you have marketing materials. Here's the reality. Just because we are Black people and we're in business doesn't mean that people who are also Black are supposed to do business with us. No, we need to earn their business. And here's the reality. We have to do above and beyond in order to earn their business, to show that not only are we deserving, or do we want their money, but we're deserving to their money, and they're going to feel good about that transaction. So again, there's a lot of work that most businesses need to do. We are going to be putting together a certification program to help businesses actually do that. Again, this program is looking at being available for people to go through. It'll be about a 6-week course that they'll be able to go through beginning in June. And we're going to try to get as many people certified as possible, so that beginning January, if you want to exhibit with Taste Urban, then you would need to be certified in order to do that. Our goal is so that when an exhibitor walks around at our event, they know that we haven't just found somebody that was able to afford to exhibit with us. No, that this person has actually been through our training. We put our stamp on this person, and we feel that that consumer is gonna have a great experience. All right. So again, we will keep you posted regarding that. Obviously, these are some of the dates that we have remaining for the calendar. You can put these on your calendar if you would like. All of these, as of right now, are Wednesday dates. So our next one is June 15th. One after that, August 24th, October 19th, and then December 14th. You as the exhibitor, in which we will talk about this more at the event, currently you have the ability for first or right refusal of your category for our next event coming in June. There will be a limited time on when that is, and you'll get that information at the event April 20th, okay? but we will be talking about that. So again, you can screenshot this. We will be sending this out if you like. So again, you will see these dates coming up again, all right? The event details for this one coming up, again, we had on here 300 to 400. I actually believe it's going to be closer to the 400 to 500. 60 to 65 exhibitors. We are already over that. We also have our learning annex, which we're putting together. A little bit more about that, which we'll talk about in a moment. Currently, this is what the quote unquote layout of the event looks like, okay? There are some additions to this, which we're actually making that, and yeah, I see one now. You guys are going to receive the updated version of this. We have made some changes, and let me tell you what some of these changes are. I don't know if anybody is on, but if anybody has the liquor brand, where the car is right here, we're actually going to put all the liquor people here. That includes liquor and wine, not beverages. So if you do a tea or something like that, you would be kind of in the main area here. But we're going to actually be putting a black liquor store right in this area here. We have expanded out VIP, and for this next event, we actually are putting what's called a glam station in, because April is International Black Women's History Month. If you guys did not know that, it is. The woman by the name of Shay Battle is the founder of that. She will actually be at the event. We sent out an email with an interview that we did with her. If you guys didn't see that, you should definitely check it out. So this April event is going to be featuring Black women in business. So we're really going to be spotlighting that. The event is open to male and female, so it's open to everybody. But with that, we are going to have some things at the event that are specific to women. So we're very excited about that. So vendor advantages. So we're about to get into this. What do you get? So obviously with this exhibitor training, those of you guys that are exhibitors, you're going to get this training. The rebate program, which we're going to talk about that in length, that part is important. Listed in our in the day of our app and email list to contact. So what's going to happen is we are in the process of creating a list of all the exhibitors for the attendees, so that as they're walking around, if for whatever reason they don't connect with you there or whatever, they'd have the ability to do it from their phone or whatever the case is. We're going to talk about that a little bit more, okay? Included in our, excuse me, our certification process. Yes, we talked about that. Showcased on our website. Some of you guys will be on our website. We have a 3-hour setup time. So the setup at the event begins at 3 o'clock. The event starts at 6. You guys should have gotten that information in your packet. So again, we want to make sure you guys have enough time to get set up. Everybody needs to be set up by 5:30. We have client services. If for those of you that are new, you will actually, I believe, because I haven't ever experienced this, but I think that you will see that we have a superior client service, which is actually helping the exhibitor load and unload and stuff. We will have a staff there that if you need help bringing stuff in, if you need help, not necessarily setting up your table, if you need help unloading your car, bringing it in and all of that, you will have help there for that, all right? Again, everybody's going to be getting one exhibitor table, a 6-foot exhibitor table, unless you are one of the exhibitors that has purchased 2, then you will definitely have 1. You do not need to bring your own. We will also be giving you a black tablecloth. You do not need to use our tablecloth. We actually encourage you not to use our tablecloth. If you have your own, then you can completely use your own. We encourage you to use your own. But if you do not have one would be provided for you, all right? And then also after every event, we do have a feedback form that we'll be sending to you so that we can kind of get feedback from the event. For those of you that were at the last event, here's an example of that. One of the feedbacks that we got from the last event was that the event was great, but the music and as well as the announcer on the microphone was very loud. Well, that is actually something that we have now changed. So with that, at the event moving forward from the 6 to 8 time period, we will have music, but it'll be very light, might be some jazz, whatever the case is. So it's going to be more conducive for, let's call it, there's more business time from that 6 to 8 period. And then from 8 to 10 is going to be more social. Now, the 8 to 10 is not going to be a club. It's not going to be a party, but it is going to be different music and it's going to be a little bit more social. Okay. But we will not have it at the volume of what it was at the last event. Okay. So we're very, very excited about that. Lastly, again, nearly 100 people claimed the term long-term business relationships without face-to-face communication. Like, this is what's getting into what's called event-based marketing. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. Angie, you want to jump in here?
Yes, I would love to. Great job, Corey. Before I get started, though, I would love to know if there are any questions. We've already covered a bunch of content and really, really great information. Does anybody have any questions about what we covered already? So Corey and I try our best to listen to our team and to listen to you guys. So one of the things they said is, hey, break it up and let people ask questions more often. So I wanted to jump right in there and say, who has questions? We'll wait.
And you can, if you do have a question, please unmute yourself now, or you can put it in the chat. Or if we're asking you right now, please unmute yourself right now. But if while we're talking, if you do want to put it in the chat, you can do that. And then hopefully between Tanisha and Dwayne, or even Andrew, whoever on our team will be able to read it there. So again, if you do have a question, please, please, please go ahead and unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hey, Miss Rita has a question. I see your hand up, Miss Rita.
Make sure you unmute yourself. No?
Maybe she doesn't have a question.
You're on mute if not.
No, I think I hit it by mistake. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's right.
All that
Kimberly,
relaxation.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, thanks
Go ahead,
again for
Kimberly.
joining us. Okay, all right, great. So
wait, hold on, Angie. We got Kimberly. Kimberly has a question.
Okay, go Kimberly.
So you mentioned a packet. Was that packet sent in the beginning? I'm trying to remember what packet that is.
We should have gotten an email, the welcome email. And inside of the welcome email, you should have had the exhibitor setup packet, which is an electronic version of it. Obviously,
Okay.
Your flyer. When did you get
Okay,
your flyer
I did
yet?
get the flyer. I did get the flyer. So let me go back and revisit that email. I'm pretty sure it's in there.
It should be inside of that same email.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Anybody else? All right, go ahead, Angie.
Okay, terrific. So here's the thing. So you got to see all of the wonderful things that come with your exhibitor fee. That is, listen, I've never even heard this before. The things that Corey is offering to his exhibitors, I think he's crazy, but it was working, right? So it's offering you training and all these, and lets you help somebody to help you offload your stuff into your table and gives you 3 hours to set up. It's all crazy, right? But here's the thing. What I want you to remember is that Corey's goal is to make sure that all of us, not just you guys, all of us begin to be more profitable in our businesses by providing with tools, resources, and relationships to help you to do that. One of the things I said to Corey when we first started is that, listen, so many people vend or exhibit when they go to these events, and they're so happy just that they make their money back. I spent $250 on the exhibit table or $500. Oh, wow, I made my $500 back, so I'm good. No, ladies and gentlemen, you are not good. You know why? Because breaking even is whack. I love sharing that with you. So listen, the most important thing you want to think about, Corey will say this again and again, think about, and we're going to show you ways that you can make money before the event, during the event, and then of course, after the event. So I want the mindset to shift here. Some people already have, especially if you've been exhibiting with us, think about ways you're going to make money in these 3 aspects. So making money before the event. Listen, there are lots of things you can do to make money before the event. Event-based marketing is one of them. Listen, I know a lot of people say, don't send emails. We're tired of emails. People don't like emails. Hogwash. We all get emails, and it's the second best way to communicate with people. The number one way is by text messaging, but email addresses are golden. You heard earlier, Felicia talked about having that list that people can write their information down. Listen, if you have a list of folks already, maybe people have bought your candy, maybe people have bought your products and services, maybe people have bought your book already. Every single person that comes across your path that has an email address, you should have their email address. So the event-based marketing you can do is the things that you're already doing on social media, word of mouth. Use your family to spread the word about the fact that you're going to be here and the fact of this incredible event. But sharing information through your list, no matter how small that list is, increasing the amount of people that actually share your business, all of those things with event-based marketing are the things that are going to be priceless for you. Listen, Corey has allowed you to make money or make your exhibitor space free for yourself, right? So the way that you do that is get more people out to the event through this rebate program. This is how it works. So those of you that it's your first time, or maybe you're still trying to catch on to it, the way that it works is that we provide you with a beautiful flyer showcasing your business that you should then be sharing with everybody on every single platform, even a couple of times a week. Listen, it takes 7 to 10 touches for people to actually do business with you. So imagine if you've done those touches before the event and people show up and then say, oh, I saw you on social media. I came here just to see you or just to taste what you have or buy your products and services. So you purchase your exhibitor table. Food tables and drink tables are $150. Product and services are $250. You get that incredible flyer. It gives you a $5 discount code. So every single guest that sees that flyer gets to save $5, right? But then what happens is that the remainder of the ticket price gets refunded to you up until the point where your exhibitor table is paid off. So I'm going to run through it really quickly. You give somebody the flyer, they buy a $5, they save $5 on a $15 ticket. That $10 goes back to you, 100% of that $10. Again, I think he's crazy, but it works. It's such an incredible thing. So every single person you invite allows you to get your vending table for free. Refer exhibitors or sponsors, you receive a referral fee of 20%. This shows you that this is truly an event that is allowing you to be a partner with us. You're not just somebody taking up a space for us. We are putting you on a journey, and this is just the beginning of that journey.
I love that. I love that. And we're gonna take a brief moment for this, because this part is probably one of the most important aspects of the event is this rebate program. And I love how Angie said, we're not looking for just exhibitors, we're looking for partners. Like this actually makes you, partnered with the event. Is Jasmine on? Jasmine Blunt on? If you are on, Jasmine, if you can unmute yourself. What I want to do is, I saw her on, and hopefully she's in a place where she can actually speak, but I wanted to have somebody be able to talk about if this aspect of this part of it works for her. So Jasmine, are you on, and can you unmute yourself, and are you in a place where you can speak? Like,
Hi, I am on, and my daughter.
Jasmine.
Hi, Corey. She's on as well. She don't have her video on, but she's listening.
Okay. So Jasmine, I want to ask you, does the rebate program work?
It definitely works. We're returning. We would have been returning even if we didn't make our money back, but we made our money back. We did exceed breaking even, because breaking even is whack. But no, we're coming back, and we're excited. She can't wait. We had a lot of fun. We made a lot of connections. So I'm excited.
Good. So, and Jasmine, I'm so glad that you made this call, because I really want to find out, you exceeded your investment price. You ended up you were actually our top one. We've had a couple other people who actually, well, let me say this, you were the top one at the price point you were at. We had a couple organizations that have brought in more, but as far as that's your price point, you were the top one. You rebated about $450 worth of tickets. So I say that to say, what specifically did you do? Like, how did you let people know about this event for that number of people to use your code?
So for I started putting it on social media roughly like 2 weeks prior. And then I think maybe like every 3 days I would like put it back on social media, repost it. My family, they were reposting it. A lot of our family don't live here. So there was a lot of people that was not there that just bought tickets to help us. So couldn't be here. So they, they're like, I want to support. How can I support? I'm like, purchase a ticket. So they purchased tickets. And of course her father came, and he gonna go all out. So what was it? It was a ticket that was like $85 or something,
Yeah.
Where you got some bonus chef
Yeah,
that was
got VIP ticket. Yep.
yeah. So a lot of, and then I would post, and then every day in the last week I posted every day, and people would share it. So that's how we kind of got the word out.
Jasmine, phenomenal. Okay, phenomenal. First off, and I'm so glad you were on so that people can actually hear this. Love it. I'm so glad. I want you guys to hear this, because here's the opportunity that we are offering for this. Event-based marketing is where you use an event to leverage yourself to market out. Now, I want people to understand why event-based marketing is so powerful. Anytime that you're able to get a person to physically come out to where you are, you're more apt to get them to physically do something else, okay? Now, we all know with social media, it costs nobody $1 for them to like you, to share it or whatever, to like, to heart it, whatever. But we all know that that doesn't, our likes doesn't translate into what? Dollars, right? We gotta figure out ways for conversion. How can we get these likes to dollars? One of the ways to do it is by getting that person to do something else you want them to do. Why event-based marketing is so effective, because anytime that you can get a person to physically get in their car and drive to, they've already made an investment on what it is that you're doing. So now again, that's the initial investment. So when they actually get there, you're now asking them to invest in something else, which the percentage of them investing into you again is higher than it is to invest in you the first time. I want everybody to understand that. So the reason why this is such a big deal is, just like Jasmine said, Jasmine did the same thing that all of us do as exhibitors. We pay to be exhibitors someplace. And let me tell you, I have it bad because we offer the rebate program. Now, when I go to pay for other exhibitors, the first thing I'm asking is, hey, do you guys have a rebate program? And when they say no, it's just like, oh, okay. We're kind of changing the game there. But we offer this rebate program. And the reason why my team thinks I'm crazy about doing this is it costs us money to offer the rebate program. I want to be very clear. It costs us money. But what I would prefer to do is to pour into your business. We don't need all the money, okay? I'm all about building relationships and building partnerships. So with that, and Jasmine did exactly how this works. You incur your cost of your 150 or 250, whatever, but how you mitigate your cost is by taking that number and breaking it up in small parts and having your customers or your people in your circle support you and having them pay for it. And here's the thing, there are going to be people in your circle that are going to support you, and that money's going directly to you, right? There's going to be some other people who, yeah, they like you or whatever, but they want to come to the event. They want to try this other food. They want to try these other businesses and stuff like that. And they're going to purchase a ticket either way. With that, you might as well get that money back in your pocket to do it. We say this to say, especially for those of you that are in the food business, and especially those that are product and service, but definitely in the food. In the food businesses, you have to have tastings. People need to taste your food in order for them to know whether they're going to buy it. So one of the reasons why we created this event was, we said, look, if one person is creating a tasting and they got to invite people, that's great. But hypothetically, what if they partnered up with somebody? So if you did hot food and then they did cold food or whatever, you guys partnered up, they brought 10 people, you brought 10 people. Now you guys are cross-marketing with each other because you don't know their 10 people, but now their 10 people can now try yours, so you have an opportunity for additional customers. What we are doing is that program, but on steroids. So what we're asking you to do is, hey, Jasmine, hey, you invite your 10 people. Let's say you get them, great. Hey, Jasmine, I'm gonna invite my 300 and some people, okay? So now what happens is, not only do your people see it, but my people see you. What ends up happening is, and this is not a trick question, but if you have the opportunity, and Jasmine, I'm gonna ask you, if you had an opportunity to exhibit at this event for free, would you?
Absolutely.
So it was a no-brainer when we said, hey, you rebated enough money to have a free table. Would you like that free table? And surprisingly, Jasmine said, yes, we would. We would like this free table. Okay. So we want to make sure, again, I want to make sure we drive this point home, is that, and another reason why we're driving this point home is the next event, the June event, our exhibitor tables are going up. Okay, I'm going to let you guys know that now. They're actually too low for what they're at right now, but they are going up. But there are certain people who it's not going to affect them. For people who actually are not paying for the table at all anyway, it's not going to affect you. So with that, we want to make sure we're driving this point home of saying, listen, if you do this, what ends up happening is this is how you now, like Angie said, use this event. Don't just exhibit it, partner with Taste Urban. I'm a partner of Taste Urban. What that now means is that you use Taste Urban as one of your watering holes. When you saw a list of all of our events that are happening, if you believe you can make money with this event, you should have all those events on your calendar. And as a partner, oh yeah, I'm going to be at that event because I'm a partner of the event. This is part of my regimen that I'm doing in my business. And we're trying to make sure that that's easier for you to do it. A savvy person should not have to pay for an exhibitor table at our event, period. Okay. Now, if you guys have any questions about that, please unmute yourself now. Want to make sure that everybody understands this rebate program. If anybody has any questions with that, please raise your hand or unmute yourself.
I will say that June 15th is my birthday.
And we celebrating your birthday. What better way to celebrate your
June
birthday?
12th. What? I'm June 12th. Let's go.
What better way to celebrate your birthday without making money? Listen, I love making money on my birthday. I don't know about y'all, but love. So good. No questions. All right. So just like, thank you, Jasmine. We truly, truly appreciate that information. Okay. Some of the places that you can market yourself, again, Facebook, Instagram, email, text messaging. If those of you that are not participating in text message marketing, you're losing out. Website, LinkedIn, your team. Jasmine said something in particular. If you have a team of people that are working in your business, make sure that they're marketing out to their people. That is a huge way. If you have people that are supporting your business, hey, how can we support you? Hey, you know what? You take this flyer and send it out to your people. Support us that way. Okay. Real good. So again, we talked about making money before the event. This is how you make money before the event. This is now what changes. If you have people have used your code, you have the ability again to make this money at the event, so that now when you get to the event, most times people are like, oh, I'm just trying to break even. Hey, you're now at the event. So that means every dollar that you make at the event is what? Profit. Jasmine, go ahead.
I probably could speak to someone about this later, but the flyer that was sent to me, it had the February's date on it. So I just need to get that.
So do this. Make sure that let me do this. If anybody else has a problem with their flyer, please make sure the person who sent it to you, which is Anya, she's not on today, please hit reply and let her know that so she can get you an updated one. Okay.
Got it.
Because for yours, it would be working on your code is still active. The code is the same one or whatever. So you're working on June's event. Okay.
Okay.
So yes, we would definitely want to make sure that you have that.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you for that.
Cool. Corey,
Cool.
can I add one thing here?
Please.
Okay, so I just want to share something with you guys really quickly about making money before the event. The best way that you're going to make money before, during, and after is to set yourself up with the expectation that you are going to do that. What does that mean? It means to set a goal. So while you should be considering how much money you've spent on the food, on the products and services to prepare you, how much money have you spent on decor? Is it going to cost you to bring other folks with you? You should have a budget for that, but you should also have a goal of how much money you want to make. Y'all, my mother didn't teach me the glass was half full. She didn't teach me the glass was half empty. She taught me that sucker's running over. I was the only one that could see it, right? So if you expect that miracle to happen, set the goal, even if it sounds crazy. I want to make $5,000. That might sound crazy to some of you guys, but listen, we had a young lady that almost reached that at our last event, right? So I want you to write down a number that you want to have as your profit from this event, and certainly consider how much is it going to cost me to travel? Who do I have to bring with me? Do I have to pay them? How much is my decor? How much are the items I'm bringing? But set yourself up with the expectation that you're going to make a certain dollar amount. And then while you're there that day, it'll make you talk to more people. It'll make you do some of the things we're going to talk about next when you're actually at the event. I just wanted to put that in there.
Thank you. I truly appreciate that. And you're right. If you do not have, and I love that if you do not have a goal, you're not going to have actions that are specific to making that goal. So that's why it's important to have a goal stated before you get there. Customer lifetime value. This, if you guys are not familiar with this, this is going to be super, super important for you to understand this. Most times people think about a customer and what that customer means to them. And they typically think about that customer is that one-time purchase. Most times, perfect example. Last night, I saw a food truck and they were doing funnel cake. And y'all know my sweet tooth. Had to stop and get me some funnel cake. Black owned. With that, I purchased. But what they didn't do, well, actually she did, but I've done this before, but what they did do was they got my phone number, which was good. So hopefully they're going to start sending me some text message marketing. We'll see. But here's the thing. What the average person might look at me as, oh yeah, he spent the $10 with me, so he's worth $10. Versus if we actually, how many times could he purchase with us through his lifetime? And let's just say hypothetically that I purchased $10 worth, every month. Then now I am now worth not just 10, but 10 times 12 times my life expectancy, which is now a large number, okay? You should be looking at your customers this way, unless you have a product to where once they purchase one time, they will never purchase again. If that's you, then whatever that one time is, that's their lifetime value. But if you have a product to where somebody will purchase it over and over again, you have to look at that number of how many times that they typically can do it and what that total is. And then what I want you to start thinking about is, what things do you have to do? You have to do one thing in order to get that number. And that's the first thing you have to do is actually get them to become a client first and foremost. So now what that means is, oh man, if this lifetime value is worth $2,000, but they're going to spend $10 with me this first time, I need to figure out a way to get this 10. And then I need to figure out the next thing is, how can I actually get to the other $1,990? And the only way to really do that is to make sure that you have a mechanism in place to where you can get these reoccurring. We're going to talk about that, okay? We are going to talk about that. So just want to make sure that everybody has that. How to make money at the events. You just want to sell your product, your products and services. You want to have some type of merchant service program, something to get the money, Cash App, Venmo, QR code. Pre-orders is a good thing. Some of you guys can't really sell your stuff right there, which is fine. But you can also do pre-orders. You can do special sales of the day. Hey guys, my normal price is $10, but if you buy today, it's $8. A today only sale, upsell. You might have some people who have already purchased something from you before, but now you say, hey, we got something new. We got a new hat for you today. So with that, hey, I know before you had bought the shirt, we now have the hat, okay? Or, hey, you're buying the shirt today, buy the hat as well, we'll give you 50% off, whatever the case is. So definitely making sure that you're looking at those upsells. But the main thing to this is have help. If you are an exhibitor, and I'm going to open this up to Angie after this, if you are an exhibitor that comes to this event by yourself, you are doing yourself a disservice. You need to bring at least one person. We have opened up the ticket for you guys to bring 2 people to the event. Best case scenario, you have 2 people at the event that are working your table, to where if they're the ones that's doing the merchandise stuff, they're the ones that's, if you're a food person, they're the ones that are preparing it and stuff like that, they're serving the people, whatever. Best case scenario, somebody else is the one that's taking the payment. You're not even the one taking the payment. Somebody else is taking the payment. What does that free you up to do? To talk to the consumer, to collect that consumer's information, okay? So that you make sure that you get it. You make sure you got their email address right. You make sure you got their phone number right. That also allows you the opportunity to walk around and talk to other people if need be. That frees you up. Best case scenario, you are there to talk. Once your table is set up, you do no work. That you literally are the quote unquote customer service for your business, and you're talking to the people. Again, and we have set the table for you guys to be able to do that. You guys should have received a link, which this new link is tuavendor.com. If you have not gotten that yet, it is up, tuavendor.com. And please, if somebody, one of the team members can put that in the chat so everybody has it. What that will do is send you to the to sign up for your guest. That's where your guests go. The people who are going to be helping you, your team, that's where they go to purchase a ticket. You have the ability to have up to two people to be able to do that. All right. Do we have any questions on that? Angie, do you have anything?
Not about, well, I'll get to it when we get to the next section, not about this part.
Anybody have any questions so far?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Corey, I do have something. So, and I would probably have talked about this really briefly. Listen, the folks that you're bringing with you, make sure they're the right people too, right? So you don't want somebody just going to make you feel good because they're there with you, right? So if you are not necessarily the spokesperson for your business, meaning the person that feels comfortable talking about the business, then you should bring a spokesperson with you. So the people that you should have at your table should be able to understand and know how to take payments quickly, right? Know how to portion out whatever it is that you're giving as a tasting. If you happen to be a food vendor or a drink vendor, that should be set up so it's really easy for people to have access to that. Or even your products and services, know the price points of them. And then there's the one of the most important people, and it should be you, but it doesn't have to be you because everybody's not the front person for their own businesses. You should have a person there that can tell people as soon as they show up, have a really quick statement. They call it an elevator statement. I like to call it a quick money statement, right? They should be able to explain what you do and how you solve people's problem with what you do. You understand that? If somebody walks up to your table, we'll talk about visibly what it should look like, because nobody should come to your table and wonder what you do or what you offer. It shouldn't be a mystery, because what that'll make them do is keep on walking to the next table that has clarity. So you should be able to walk up to them and tell them exactly, really quickly, how you solve their problem, what you offer, what you do that solves their problem.
Completely agreed. Completely agreed. Cool. Go ahead, Angie.
Okay, so I'm an event designer too. In addition to coordinating events, I also love decorating them. I just want to know, is this what your table looks like? You know, it should. If it is, then the answer is no, ma'am, no, sir. It should not look like this, right? This is a lot of confusion. It confuses the eyes. People really don't know where to look, and most people will walk away from this, right? So let's scroll to the next screen. You want to make sure that your space is visibly attractive. So you notice I didn't say vending table or exhibitor table. I said your space, because what I would love for people to do is get away from these 6-foot tables. I would love, if you're an event designer, like we're going to have an event designer there, her space is going to showcase what she actually designs. So instead of having a 6-foot table where she stands behind comfortably just to talk to people, what she's going to do is have a space with chairs and a beautiful rug, an inviting space. Think about different ways that you can showcase whatever it is that you have. If you have clothing, you should certainly have a model there. I forget what that thing is called, a mannequin there to showcase your clothing so people can see what it would actually look like on them. Even if you just sell t-shirts, You know, they display them a certain way. I love the idea of using bins and colors. Everybody has a close range to a dollar store. Go inside of a dollar store, you can find little bins where you can categorize your things versus color. Make it appealing, put things on different heights. You can use a box and cover it up with a tablecloth just to show different heights and levels and make it more attractive. And if you see this at the bottom of the screen, you'll see somebody's displaying pocketbooks and shoes in a different way. It just makes it more visibly appealing, and most importantly, it makes it organized, easy for people to see what it is you're offering and how it could appeal to them. So I love showcasing this. This happens to be somebody is a member of my organization, and she has the branding package for life. So she has a tent branded, a floor sign branded, her tablecloth is branded, she has table signs and a pop-up banner. Listen, you don't have to have all of this, but you should have some of this. Right? So Corey is offering you a black tablecloth, but you certainly have a tablecloth that doesn't have to have your name on it. But if you have brand colors, which you should, but if you don't, it's fine. But whatever it is that your product is that you're serving, the things that you're having on your table should match that. So it shouldn't be this array of colors that are really going to confuse people. If you do have a brand and your colors are green and white, you should have a tablecloth that's green and white, or do some sort of accents with that. And if you don't, you should have a pop-up banner. Corey is a huge advocate of pop-up banners that are really clear, explains what you do, what you offer, how you solve people's problems. But you'll notice she's selling juices. This does not look like a typical juicing table. She uses all different creative ways to showcase what she does. She has a little silver bin there on the top with some of the juices and the ice. And then she has a little bit on her table. Ladies and gentlemen, if you brought 100 different, if you sell CDs, for example, if you brought 100 of the same CD, do not put them all on your table. One is enough. Tuck the rest underneath the table. Just showcase and highlight the things that you have, and don't make your table, your exhibitor space, I should say, more cluttered than what it needs to be.
Love that.
And then I love this. So some of our exhibitors happen to sell paintings and canvases. Everybody wants to take a selfie. Wouldn't it be incredible if you used your space? And one of our exhibitors on here today actually did that. Teresa did that at the last one. Teresa has a multimedia company, but what she did at our last event is she put up a backdrop and made it a selfie station. So how interesting is that people can walk by, they're always looking for a place to take selfies. They can actually take selfies at her booth. And what do they have behind them? Her logo. So when they look at that selfie, they're always going to see her logo there, right? Business cards are incredible. Can you imagine if a picture that they really like of herself has your logo in the back of it? So this particular exhibitor is using their painting for people to take pictures at. Just unique ways for people to use your space to remember you and to remember your brand, so they'll keep coming back more and more. And this young lady also did a great job. You see, she even bought the little I forget what they're usually like balloon weights there. Those are typically balloon weights, those two blue things, but she used them in a very creative way to highlight her table. She also has something really important you guys can't see on her table, which is a sign-in sheet. Listen, you heard Felicia say this earlier. It is of the utmost importance that you have an ability to capture people's information. The best way to do that is to have a sign-in sheet. QR codes are also very awesome. If you have a QR code, somebody can put their phone up to it, and when they click on it, it pops up your information in their phone and they can capture it. That's also a really great way. You don't want to have 50 different signs on your table, but you do want to be able to explain to people, again, exactly what you do. Now, one thing I want to tell you about decorating your exhibitor space. I want you guys, the same way I said, set yourself up for success. Every time I exhibit a table, and I've been doing this for 20 something years, I practice. What I do is I take one of my tables at home. I set up the table how I want it to look. I move things around a little bit, make sure it's organized enough, make sure I have space for my sign-in sheet. I have a little bowl of candy because nothing attracts people to your table like candy. Or if you have a raffle prize or something like that you want to offer to them, then I take a picture of it. That way, if I go that day and I get too busy and I've got two people with them, I can show them the picture. This is what this table should look like.
One of the things that I did want to mention, and I'm glad you said this, Angie, is that the young lady that has this table, it's a service-based company. So with that, her service is kind of a product, but mostly it's a service. She was able to figure out a way to make her table look interesting, even with the service. Most times product people have an easy way because they can just put the products on their table. But if you are in a service-based business, you have to figure out ways to make your table attractive enough for people to be like, yo, I wonder what that is. And then for them to come over to you. So I love how she did use those paper weights, balloon weights, whatever they were. That's part of the branding of what she does with that. So very, very good way.
Yeah, you can also use something unique that matches your brand. Like say, for example, you have a toy elephant or something like that, a huge giraffe sitting on your table. It's a conversation piece.
Yeah.
Once you get people to your table and they have a conversation piece, then you can do what this next slide says is engagement, engagement, engagement. Listen, I have seen so many people that I would not approach your table because they were behind their table like this. Never even looked up to see me coming. And I was ready to spend a couple of $100s with them. You are missing out if you are not engaging. And listen, again, Corey gives you guys 2 chairs for every table. Crazy again to me, because I'm telling you, when you exhibit with me, I don't even give people chairs. That's not cruel. That's how you get people to engage with people, right? So I ask my exhibitors to stand beside your table or even in front of your table so that you can engage with people with conversation. Corey's going to talk about your pop-up banner, a great position for you to get selfies with people or have people take pictures with you. But by all means, please engage with people. Have your statement ready about what your business does and how, in fact, you can help people. If you need some help with this, I'm happy to do that. That's part of what my coaching business does as an execution coach. I would love to show you how you can really quickly explain to people what you offer so that you hook them in that first statement, and then you can share with them testimony, how you help somebody else, and then bring them to how they could use your product, service, or even order a huge menu with you for a catered event for a holiday coming up. And I know, Corey, I'm gonna leave retractable banners to you because you talk about this all of the time. So I'm gonna step aside now.
Well, I appreciate that, Miss Angie. Listen, if you guys do not have a retractable banner for your business, you need to get one. You need to get one. And actually, before I get into it, Dwayne, you got your hand up. Go ahead.
Before you get that, I was just going to add, and this is obviously in the social space, but we've had a lot of success with individuals going live on IG during the event. I recommend doing it when the music is at a lower point or no one's talking, or even after you've just set up. You can just kind of go live, show your space. It also gives you can save that for later if you want to, for your own personal marketing opportunity. But definitely utilize all the tools that I would say are free to you without cost. IG, Facebook, TikTok, all those things are available to you. So just utilize those. It helps with your presence and then promotes yourself as well as the event itself. But definitely do that. Randomly, we took a picture of 3 seconds of me taking a lid off of macaroni and cheese, right, Angie? It was macaroni and cheese. And it's got 14,000 views on a reel. So there are opportunities like silly stuff like that, or just get that momentum. Product, service, food, it doesn't matter. You can create buzz just by being silly, fun, engaging, let your personality shine. So these are just little things that I can add just to add on to what they've been saying.
Definitely appreciate that. And one of the things that Angie talked about in this other one is by using your signs to be able, using your table to be able to take these pictures and stuff like that. If you do not have a retractable banner, you need to get one. Now, here's the thing, in your business, do you have to have one for this event? If your business is not ready to actually purchase one yet, then use this as a goal to say, hey, let me find out how much they cost. And then let me raise that from this event, okay? You want to make sure that at some point in the near future that you do have a retractable banner for your business. One, it's obviously a sign where people can actually see it very easily and know what it is, stuff like that. It's very attractive, but you can use it for multiple things. Most times people are putting their contact information, stuff like that. So if for whatever reason you're busy or you walk away, whatever, that person still can connect with you because that information is right there and it's big. But another thing that even Dwayne just said, and Angie had said it, a lot of people like taking pictures in front of their banner. So when you think about taking that picture in front of their banner and then you post that picture, think about a picture that doesn't have your banner and it's just you and that person, which okay, but if it has the banner, the person who's looking at the picture is typically going to look at what is behind you guys. Like, oh, what is that? And going to be looking for that information. So it's another way to get that visibility there. So again, retractable banners are super, super, super easy to be able to, again, put anywhere. You don't have to worry about hanging them on a wall or someplace like that, which our space does not allow that. A lot of places does not allow that. So definitely make sure you do that. If you need help with the retractable banner, Nina, a part of our team, can actually help design one for you and get that for you. All right.
One more thing I want to say about a retractable banner, or any information that you have where people are going to walk up and try to understand what you do or how you can help them, is less is more. Please don't put paragraphs of information on your banner that people have to sit there and try to figure it out. People should be able to read your banner and walk away, know exactly how you can help them. And one thing I want to add to is that when you're doing what Dwayne said, which was an awesome idea, is actually going live, you're creating envy. People will get up out of their space and come to the event based on you doing your live broadcast. Oh man, I didn't know there was something going on. There's so many people waiting to come out, ready to get out, and they'll come to the event based on that because people want to share the experience. So I encourage you to make it an experience.
Awesome. You want to talk about this, Angie?
Sure. So especially, let's talk about food vendors and we'll talk about everybody else. In the chat, Corey put in there that the portion size for selling, well, let me just take a step back. If you happen to be selling food, if you happen to be one of our savory food or sweet vendors, we do ask that you are giving things for people to have in your juice, in your drinks, giving people the ability to taste your items, right? So we ask you to bring 2 to 3 different items at most, no more than 2 to 3. And please, if you are offering people to taste quesadillas, then you should also be selling quesadillas, right? So we don't want you to buy three different items for people to taste and then 5 different or 2 or 3 different things that are totally different. So we want them to be able to taste what they can purchase. Now, if you happen to be a food vendor, you do have the ability to also sell your items, but we ask you to sell them in quantities where the price value will be $5 maximum. So we ran into a situation, one young lady was selling her plates for $15 and people were leaving with food like this. It's just not fair. We want it to be an equitable situation where everybody can make money. And Corey has asked our guests to please make a $20 pledge. They will at minimum spend $20 at this event. And Corey, at some point, we're going to have to raise that up, right? Because we have so many exhibitors. But we want you to sell food vendors, food and drink vendors, or food vendors specifically. Your plate should be valued at $5. I just want to make sure that that is clear before I move forward. We're good?
Yep.
Okay. Now, if you happen to sell, Jasmine, did you want to say something? Okay. So if you happen to sell products and services, you sell your products and services at whatever the price is that they are. Right? So I just want to be really clear about that. I love these images here because you see, even though it's food, it's an appetizing looking table. They've served the things up in a way that really makes you interesting. What is this? Oh man, I want to taste this. I want to taste that. There are tons of disposable containers, y'all, at the dollar store, and the dollar stores are changing now. I went to a dollar store 2 or 3 days ago. They're selling stuff for $5 now, right? But listen, they're competing with a $5 and below, and they're competing with this new store called The Spot, I think it's called. But you can buy those things where you can buy them in big quantities for a minimum price. Now, table must-haves. Here are some things that you should have at your exhibitor space. I'm gonna stop saying table. You should have business cards. People should be able to walk away with your information. I love using QR codes, put it in a picture frame. Again, you get a picture frame from the dollar store, get a QR code, print it up on a sheet of paper, and allow people to scan that. Retractable floor banners. Corey already talked about that. A table sign with your social media. Every conversation you have with people, don't let them leave without have captured their email address that you write, because if they write it, you may not be able to understand their writing, right? That you write their email address down so that you can get it. And also tell them, I'd love for you to follow me on social media. Every conversation you have should end with, would you follow me on social media? Man, it means the world to me if you could follow. We just would love for you to follow us on social media. Ask everybody you talk to follow you on social media. You should have a table sign with the payment options. You should at least have minimum two to three ways for people to pay you, whether that's Cash App, whether that's PayPal, whatever it is, you should give people those options to pay you. Corey has made this as much as possible a cashless event, right? But there are going to be some people that do pay with cash. So you do want to have some cash there so you can give people change for the people that do want to pay with cash. Gift cards is an awesome way. You can also sell gift cards. Those of you that are selling packages, maybe you have a coaching package, or maybe you have somebody that knows somebody that needs some of your coaching or some of your products and services. You can say, hey, I'm also selling $50 gift cards, and Mother's Day is coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody should have a Mother's Day special. I'm telling you that. You know how much money we spend on Mother's Day? It's probably it's probably Christmas and Mother's Day. So you guys everybody here should have a gift card or a gift certificate to offer people to purchase something for their mother or the woman that they love for Mother's Day. So I want you guys to work on that. You should also have a raffle to get them to sign up for your sign-up sheet. You can raffle off $50 gift cards to Amazon, or $50 gift cards to Target, or whatever. Buy a $50 gift card. It will be worth it because you do your own raffle, which we are happy to help you announce that. And please, 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 if you are offering something for someone to taste or to drink, please have more than enough of tasting cups, tasting utensils, and napkins. Please be prepared to offer up, Corey said, 400 to 500 people the ability to taste your stuff.
Now we're going to get into,
you want to talk about this? Go ahead,
Corey. We're going to get into data capture and how important data capture is. So everybody should understand what data capture is, which is making sure that you're capturing that person's information. Full name, first name, last name, whatever, email address, phone number. Should you get their social media handles? Maybe, maybe not, but really you want to be focused on getting their first name, last name, email address, and phone number, and having some mechanism that helps you do that, okay? And the reason why we're about to do, why you want to get that is because we're going to be talking about now making money after the event. We're going to be talking about making money after the event. Now, here's the thing. Let's just hypothetically say, go ahead, Jasmine.
I had a question about doing a raffle. I think it's a good idea. I've never done one before. Do you think the best way to do a raffle is to actually have raffle tickets, or just by collecting their information, if they donate or purchase something and then they get something free?
Yep, you collect their information, and we're going to talk about that in a moment. But yes, you should be collecting their information. If you want to give them a raffle ticket, whatever mechanism is easier for you to pick it, which if that's a raffle ticket, then great. But you do want to make sure that whatever that mechanism is, that you are collecting their information. Okay.
Got it. Thanks.
So making money after the event. Now, when we talked about making money before the event, majority of the money that the top monies that you can make is your investment that you've made in there. So let's say you invested $250. So with that, the most money that you can typically make before the event is going to be that $250. Let's say at the event, depending on what your product or service is, that's going to depict on about how much you can make at the event. As Angie said, and I want to make sure that everybody hears this, At our last event, we had one of our exhibitors who made $4,000 at the event, okay? 4,000. Now, what that tells me is, oh, that there are people at the event that have money, okay? Regardless of what they're spending it on, they have money. This is why we have an event that is not free, because we do not want people who are just looking for free events going to free events and not spending any money. Our ticket prices are $15, $35, and $85. So these are prices to where, again, and most of the people that are buying tickets are buying it at the $35 and the $85 level. So with that, there are people that have money in the room, but you have to figure out a way to extract that. Now, the monies that you can make at the event, let's just hypothetically say that that number is on our average, other than the 4,000, our average has been around $400 to $500 that people have made at the event, okay? So let's just say that that's the number, that your goal is to make $500 at the event, right? Here's the reality. The monies that are made, the most amount of money that's made is after the event, okay? You're gonna have, let's say 250 that can be made before, you can have 500 that can be made during, but if you do your cost to lifetime value, that cost for one person might be $500 or might be $1,000 for the lifetime. That money, the bulk of that money is coming after the event. You can only get that money after the event if you do the right things, and that is part of that data capture. So once you get the, and let me put this in first, that data capture, you need to have a mechanism in place to get their contact information. How some of those ways that you can get their contact information is through raffles. Typically, that's one of the top ways to do it is by a raffle. So having a raffle at your table. Now, Corey, what can we raffle off? You want to raffle off something that a person wants. I've seen people say, oh, we're going to raffle off a consultation. Nobody wants a consultation. They want something that they want, whether it's a free thing of yours, whether it's a $50 gift card of cash to yours, whatever the case is, a Visa gift card, whatever. It's something that they would want. So again, you could do it that way, or if someone is purchasing something from you, you should be collecting their data, and not just at the event. Anytime somebody purchases something from you, and this is very much so for my product-based people and the food, most service-based, most times you're collecting their data because of the service. But sometimes products, depending on where the transaction is happening, you might not be getting their information. If you are not getting their information, you are losing out on the bulk of the sale of that lifetime value of that person. If you are not getting this data, you are losing out on the lifetime value of that person, okay? So with that, you want to make sure that you're having a mechanism to do that. Once you actually are have that, you have to follow up. And this is where most people are not going to make money. Before the event, you guys have about 10 days. Before the event, what you need to do is make sure you have a follow-up formula, a process in place, so that once you go to this event and you meet 1 to 50 plus people that came to your table, 100 people that came to your table, and you got their information, now what are you going to do with that information? And you need to have what's called a CRM system, or customer relationship management system, a CRM system, to where you're taking this information and you're putting it into that CRM, that customer relationship management system. If you guys have any questions on that, you can reach out to myself, you can reach out to Tanisha, reach out to our team. We can get some to you. Some other people put them in what's called email marketing management systems, such as a MailChimp or a Constant Contact, which is completely fine too. You just need a place where you're putting these people inside of something, and you have the ability to separate them or segment them or tag them, put them in categories. Let me give you an example. At the event, you're going to run up to some people, or you're going to meet some people that give you their information where they're somewhat interested. You're then going to have some people who they're hot leads. They're like, yes, please follow up with me. You want to put those people that say, please follow up with me, in a separate category than the people who are like, oh yeah, I give you my information, whatever. You want to be able to have a differentiator between those two people. You also want to have a difference between the person who actually bought something from you. That should be a different category. So that at the end of the event, you're now sending out information, and the information, the thank you email that should be going out. Thank you for attending Taste Urban Atlanta. Thank you for coming up to my table. We really appreciate it. Thank you for doing this. We really appreciate that. Hey, hope you find some more information that we're looking for. Here's our website. Here's these other products that you might be interested in. Great. For that hot person, hey, you were, thank you for coming to my table. You are really interested in the shirts that we had. Guess what? We got a sale going on that shirt. The event was in. If you get the shirt by Friday, then we can, you can save money on it, whatever the case is. And then you're going to have that person who bought something from you. Hey, thank you for coming to our table. Thank you for making that purchase. Please let us know how that product or service went for you. And we'll definitely keep you posted when we have that going on again, or whatever the case is. So again, you want to be able to make sure that you're taking these people, you're putting them into your CRM system, customer relationship management system, and you're putting these tags on it, and then you're now sending out information. Also, when it comes to this, if you currently are not sending an email to your database of people at least once a month, reminding them of what you do, you are losing money. Let me say that again. If you are not sending out an email to the entirety of your database, friends, family, people you have email addresses to, and I say emails are a little bit different than social media. Social media is supposed to be happening once a day, whatever the case is. But emails goes directly to this person. If you're not doing this at least once a month, sending something out, you are losing money. For those of you that have an email that you send out, add me to it. You've gotten emails from me. I will put my information in chat. I want you to add me to it, because I want to make sure that you guys are sending these out. And anytime that I get somebody to send them to me, I typically reply to them, great job. And I give you feedback on what this should look like. You would be losing out on so much money if you don't do this, okay? So you definitely want to make sure that you have that ready. So again, how to follow up, you enter into a CRM system, you send a thank you email, you add to your newsletter. Your newsletters are the reminders that you send, email reminders once a month. You call the customer, check on the product and the results, all right? This is how you follow up with this stuff. Again, what's going to happen is, if you haven't been doing this in your business, what you're going to see is, now that you're actually doing it in your business, you're going to start converting more clients. Everybody knows about the 10% rule. You meet 10 people, one buys. Well, what if you want 2 clients? And that means you got to meet another set of 10, which is a total of 20. But what if you can actually get your conversion rate from 10% to 20%? How you do that is by more touches. Angie talked about, typically to get somebody to buy, you got to touch them 7 to 12 plus touches, which are emails, which are calling them, which are text messages, whatever the case is, to get them to buy. If you don't have these things in place, it takes you longer to get multiple clients, because you're doing it in this 10% for some people in that blocks. So again, we want to teach you this stuff so that you can actually convert more, which just means you're making more money in a shorter period of time. No, we just went over a lot of stuff. We're going to open this up for questions. Does anybody have any questions regarding this? Please, if you do, unmute yourself. And even if this is just great information, you can unmute yourself and say that too.
I know you guys spoke about the certification program. That will you guys be sending information about that between like June and January, or in round for it?
As soon as the certification program is up, we will be sending out information about it. So there's nothing that you guys need to do right now. So yes, we will be sending that out. Let's see here. Good, real good. All right, so I want to make sure that everybody understands. This is the part where people don't
Corey.
because they don't do follow-up. So I want to make sure that everybody understands the follow-up.
I have a question. This is Sugary Dozen.
Go ahead.
Excited about the opportunity, but this is our first event, so I just want to make sure I'm correct. You
Okay.
said the highest price item should be only $5. Am I correct?
If you are a food item, which it sounds like you are, yes.
Yes,
the
we
highest
are.
price item should be $5.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure we were clear on that.
Yes. And again, to reiterate, the reason for that is most times when people go to food events, they typically buy a plate of food, which they buy it from one person. What we want to do is to spread that love around, to do tapas style, so that a person can hop around the multiple tables and purchase with multiple people. Good question.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, no other questions. We got the dues. You want to go through these, Angie?
I sure will. And Kim, thank you so much for your very helpful info. I appreciate that. So the do's. So make a plan and practice. Practice what your space is going to look like. Practice the conversation you're going to have with people. Even do role playing. I do that with all of my clients. I act like I'm the person that's going to be paying them, and I ask them to explain to me what it is that they do. Practice, practice, practice. Bring a helper or two or three, right? If you need three, depending on what it is that you're offering. Design an exhibitor space. I'm going to take table out of this presentation. Design a space that attracts people. Make an offer for later on. We talked about those gift cards, gift certificates. Also, remember it's Mother's Day. Everybody should have something that you're offering people for Mother's Day. If you happen to have products, make a Mother's Day basket up and make a small one for a raffle and a big one that you can show. Listen, people will spend any amount of money on their mamas, any amount. So if you're a travel agent, hey, offer them a big cruise to Greece, something. Offer a Mother's Day, and you guys will see how you will sell that over and over and over and over again, right? And listen,
and
if
let me jump in there real quick,
ahead,
Angie.
sure.
What Angie was talking about, and Angie, I'm so glad you said that because I didn't even think about it. Mother's Day is coming up, and that is the next holiday before our next event. What you want to do is to be thinking about what the customer is thinking about. The average customer may not be thinking about buying from a caterer or baker for Mother's Day. What you have to do is to plant that seed. So let's say if you are a caterer, they may not be thinking about buying, like most times if people buying stuff, they're probably buying sweets or something like that, but they might not be buying like actual food. But you want to plant the seed. Hey, we got a holiday coming up. What are you doing for Mother's Day? Oh, we're probably going to cook or whatever the case is. Hey, have you ever had it catered? And now plant that seed. So whether they do it or not, that seed has been planted. Hey, well, if it's not Mother's Day, if there's any events, how about a birthday party? I just got off the phone yesterday with a lady talking about, yeah, she's planning a 60th birthday party for her husband. And they wanted to use, man, Angie, you're gonna love it. And this has been happening, but we're starting, Angie and I are starting to get calls from people that are saying, hey, you guys do that Black event. We have something coming up where we're looking for Black vendors to use. This woman has a party. She's like, look, yeah, I'm looking for a caterer. I'm looking for a dessert person. I'm looking for this and that. Hey, so what happens is while you're talking to these people, go ahead and plant these seeds in their head. Hey, this is what I do. This is when certain times when you could use me, because they may not be thinking of when they could use you. Okay. Thank you for that, Angie. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I want to second that emotion, because at the last event, I had a young lady come up to me and say, I'm about to get married and I came here to find my caterer for my wedding. So you guys want to have your A game, or you want to present whatever it is the best. And I get it. So if you are doing tastings for 400 people, you want to get through the thing that's going to be the most cost prohibitive for you to make it in bulk, right? I get it. But what we don't want is to have 4 or 5 savory vendors that are all serving meatballs. No matter how you twist a meatball, it's kind of still a meatball. right? So you want to showcase the best of you. You do want it to be cost efficient, but you want to showcase the best of you. Listen, I just Googled as Corey was talking, the average American spends $124 on Mother's Day. You got, even if you're making something that's $99, you want to use that psychological pricing, those 9s and those 7s. People think, oh, it's not that much money because you put a 9 or 7 at the end. One of the two things I learned at Penn State, right? So you want to make sure that you are providing opportunity again for them to spend money on their mother, the woman that raised them, or means a lot to them. Listen, so you want to engage with your guests. Engagement. Even this is the best engagement you can do, is just having a smile on your face. It's so important. I tell my son all the time, happier people make more money. I make so much money simply because of my energy and because I'm always smiling at people. You want to make people comfortable, and they want to do business with you if you appear to be happy. And tell them, yeah, I'm so happy because I use my own products. You should use them too, right? So collect contacts, raffle prizes, games, engage with other vendors. Listen, at the beginnings, we talked about that Corey is trying to solidify relationships for you. He can't do it all. You have to build your relationships. There are lots of vendors here, exhibitors, that are doing something that's complementary to your business. If you're in banking, you probably need an insurance person. If you're making lotions, you probably need a candle person to create or a masseuse. We're going to have the glam station is going to have a masseuse and a makeup artist. You might need somebody to do event decor. You may need to hire somebody to help you to decorate your tables. You may need somebody to help you define what your brand looks like. So please engage with other exhibitors so that you can build collaborations. I believe collaboration, I'm not going to say it's king, collaboration is queen. Also engage and bring 2 to 3 items of your food items. You like that, Corey, not king, queen?
I love it.
Okay, here's some don'ts. Don't wing it. Even if you've been exhibiting, you're like, Angie, listen, I've been doing this for 15, 20, 30 years. Okay. This is the Taste Urban way, ladies and gentlemen. Please do not wing it. Please practice. Please do not sit behind your table. Please do not use devices, and please don't let money walk past you because you were ignoring it, right? Don't have a cluttered space, and don't miss opportunities for future money. And that's it for me.
Awesome. Real good. Well, listen, do we have any other questions? I know we went through a lot today. Mr. David Hayden, good to see you. I know we went through a lot today. What I do want to do is open the floor for either questions, or I want a nugget. I want somebody who is listening to this information today. I know we've said something that you were like that was amazing. Please unmute yourself and let us hear a nugget that you got from today.
Hey, Corey, I just had a question right quick before Nugget.
Go ahead, Mr. Man, we got a superstar on the man, boy. Y'all, boy, I'll tell you. Go ahead, Mr. Joe Bear.
Hey, now I heard earlier you had mentioned about the individuals that you had working your tables. There was is there a special code rate or something for them? Because I always bring at least 2 people with me to bring, and I didn't know, and we normally just go the regular way. So I kind of heard it, but I didn't get that part though. So
yeah. So what I've done is in the chat, I put it in there again. There's every exhibitor has the ability to bring up to 2 workers. Brian, you have more because you're one of our partners, one of our sponsors. So with that, you have more than that. With that, I put in the chat, in order to claim that, what you would do is you would have that person go to tuavendor.com. What that's going to do is take them directly to TUA, obviously for Taste Urban Atlanta, so tuavendor.com. That will take them directly to the Eventbrite, and it'll show a ticket that is free, which says vendor guest. With that, they would register there. So that's where you have any guests that you're looking to help. These are helpers, not people who are coming to attend event, whatever. These are helpers. Okay.
Okay, cool. But yeah, but as y'all was saying, my nugget would be is bring somebody with you, because you get no value when you stuck at your table. what I do is I work the floor, and I see the value in getting out and going to other vendors' tables. And I think the one thing that people miss on, the business to business. A lot of
Yes.
vendors think that just the attendees are their clients and don't capitalize on the vendors. And so I do make sure I meet all of the vendors. I do a collaboration, connection, to see how I can help them, how they can help me based on their particular businesses. And that's another avenue that I think people really don't consider because they just think in the consumers.
Yes. And Brian, thank you for that. We mentioned it on here, but thank you for bringing it up again. Our suggestion, you have the ability to get to the venue by as early as 3 o'clock to set up. My total suggestion is that you come as early as possible. Number one, you come early. The way the layout is set up as far as the tables, there are not assigned tables with the exception of our sponsors. Our sponsors have assigned tables, but others, it's pretty much a first come, first serve. We do have the tables that are going to be labeled by, at this table will be a savory food. At this table will be a sweet food. At this table will be a product. At this table will be a service. But it's going to be up to when that person comes in. Hey, what are you? Hey, I'm a service-based. Great. Here's one of our service-based tables. Which one would you want? So it's first come, first serve that way.
Take the next right. Then
so number one, if you would like to make sure that you have first option at the table, you definitely want to make sure you come early. But number two, once your table is set up, now you have the ability to walk around and talk to the other exhibitors. There's so much opportunity missed out for exhibitors not connecting and collaborating with each other. I've heard a couple cases where some exhibitors have said, yeah, I do desserts. They don't do desserts. We're now about to work together so that they can provide our desserts and we can provide their savory foods or whatever. So again, there's other collaborations that are there to be had, but you got to make sure that you're putting yourself in the right position to be able to get them. So definitely want to make sure you have that. So Brian, thank you for that. Any other nugget? I want to hear from somebody that's new. Somebody that's new. How's this information been going for you? We got a quiet crowd today, huh? That's all right. So
you gave them so much information, they're baffled.
I know, everybody good. So what we're going to do is this, and I meant to do this at the beginning of this, but I'm going to put this the Southern TUA video. When it comes to marketing out the event, and I meant to put this in there earlier, I'm gonna put this there now. I highly, highly, highly suggest that you guys use our video. I'm about to show it real quick, and it's only, like I said, it's a 40-second video, but you show anybody this video, they are going to like the event and want to come to the event, period. Number one, the event is dope. But number two, the video is dope. So with that, you show somebody this video and be able to say, look, and here's the quote unquote sales piece. Hey, check out the video. Do you want to be at this event? If they say yes, great. I can now have a discount code for you. That's simple. Use my code. That's it. And that's literally all the marketing that needs to be done with that. Okay.
And you gonna give us a link to that?
It's in the chat.
It's in the chat. Oh, okay. Yep. Sorry about that.
So it's TUAvideo.com. That video is also on the website, where it currently is on the website. Some people see it, some people don't. But again, if you just want to put it real quick, then you can use TUAvideo.com. All right. Cool. With that, Dwayne or Tanisha, do you have anything in closing?
Hey guys, this is Tanisha, and I just want to say you guys have learned a ton today, And the key to all your successful marketing is to take action. So it's great. We really appreciate you coming through to learn and to listen. But now, if you want to get those results that they're talking about, you actually have to take the actions that they're suggesting. So, take in everything that you've learned and then figure out how you're going to put it in place for yourself. And of course, we are all here to help you if you need kind of, additional suggestions or help on how to do that.
Yes, thank you for that. Thank you, thank you.
Mine, this is Dwayne. My quick one would be stay until the end. It's one of those things where you never know where your dollars are coming from. So the very last person that you serve could be the customer just as much as the person that first comes to your table. So just know that the event is, it's a long event, but at the end of the day, all customers are valuable. Our clients or potential clients are valuable. So just kind of know that at the beginning and the end, there's value there. One of the events that I attended, we had a food blogger that walked in literally at the tail end, and it would have been a great opportunity for him to, showcase a lot of the food vendors, but some of them left a little early. So this person now has, I think, like 100,000 followers on Instagram. So it's just small opportunities that do happen can be big wins for you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. And
This is
go ahead.
This is Jasmine. My daughter is Mariah of Royal Dishes by Raya. Just something exciting. Food Network reached out to like a PA from Food Network reached out just for her to, I guess they're about to redo another kids show. So, it was just to invite us to apply, but that's just something to be really excited about.
Good for you. And that's the thing, what's going to end up happening is, and I'm so glad you actually mentioned that, Jasmine, because in your businesses, you want to get your business out as much as possible because you never know who's seeing it. You never know who's has an opportunity to say, hey, there's this Food Network that wants to do this. You might not have heard about it, but I sent your name to them. They're interested, whatever the case is. Again, it's all about exposure. It's all about network. It's all about using these resources that are at your tips. So thank you for that. And definitely make sure that if she does get it, to let us know so we can be like, guess who we featuring, right? So real good. Angie, do you have anything?
No, I think you did a fabulous job, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody.
Awesome, awesome. Well, really good, guys. Again, I hope everybody is having a good Sunday today. Hope this was good information for you. Currently, we are, again, 10 days until the event. We typically sell between 60 and 75% of our tickets within the last 3 days of the event. Okay, the 3 days leading up to the event. With that, how that happens is just like Jasmine said, not waiting until those 3 days, but starting to send it at now. So if you have not sent out your flyer, yet, or if you even haven't sent it out today, what I would highly suggest is once you're done off this call here in about a couple minutes, go to Instagram, go to your email. Hey guys, just got off a really great exhibitor training. Super excited about being here. Here's the flyer. We can save you guys money. Here's the video. Check it out, whatever, and really start getting it out there. Because what's going to happen is they may not buy it today, but once it leads up, then they will. Here's a trick to be able to get them to buy today. Hey guys, I'm a part of this event. Somehow they ended up giving me 10 discounted tickets. I only have 10. If you guys are interested in it, go here as soon as possible. Hey, I have 10, but I only have 3 left. Whatever you got to use to get that sense of urgency for people and say, hey, use this link or whatever. I only have 10 left. So with that, hope you get them. Yo, here's the video. Check out this video. It's a great event, blah, blah, blah. Okay. We will keep you guys posted on who's using your codes and stuff like that. You'll actually start getting some emails this week on who's used the code, how many, so that you know. So again, guys, we're super, super excited about having you guys here. If nobody else has any other questions, then you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we will see you at the event.
Okay, thanks, Corey.
Thanks, David.
All right, take care.
Great job, team.
Bye, everyone.